Newsline Channel 6. I'm Jane Doe, and I'll be your reporter for tonight. Today, we are going to discuss the horrors of plant breeding. Scientists force plants to breed with each other against their will in order to create favorable phenotypes. One of our top investigators, Kent Brockman, has the inside scoop of these atrocities.
Hi Jane, we're here at the Home Depot nursery to observe these plants. Notice how they're being forced to mate together to produce favorable offspring. Is this taking away their rights and their choice of who they should mate with? I think so. We're going to try and go inside to interview some of the workers to see what they have to say about this. Excuse me, miss. Would you answer a few questions for us?
I can't have cameras here, guys. I'm sorry.
Why not?
Please turn that off. I'm sorry. This is a workplace for us. We're here to sell plants, not to have them on footage. So I'd like it if you leave, please, sir. Thank you.
I got her keys. We'll wait for her to leave. We've acquired some plants that have recently been in Home Depot, and we're here to ask them a few questions. Is it true that you've been sexually assaulted inside Home Depot? It's obvious these plants don't want to talk right now. We'll bring them back to our psychiatric expert.
Hi, I'm Dr. Philopra. Nice to meet you. What's your name? I heard you escaped from Home Depot. How was that experience for you? Right. And tell us about your parents. Their whereabouts, who they were. Really? Oh, wow. I see. Do you have any brothers or sisters? That's awful. So, what type of things did they do to you in Home Depot? Oh my gosh, really? That's so awful. Well, I'm really glad you survived and made it out of Home Depot. I hope this interview will inspire many others to make an escape.
We've been here all day waiting for one of the workers to leave so we can trap them at their car and force them to answer some questions. Here one comes now.
I'm not going to answer any questions,
What
guys.
you're doing to these plants is cool.
I don't know
You need to answer some questions. Take us to your lab.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, we're not leaving until you answer some questions. You're taking us to your lab and showing us what you're doing to these plants.
How do you have my keys?
I'm asking the questions here. We're here at the laboratory inside of Home Depot to find out what happens to these plants. So tell me, what was your name?
Let's not mention that. I just want to get this over with.
What processes do you put these plants through?
Well, let's take a look at my handy-dandy plant book.
As you can see here, this is a typical flower. Circled there is the stamen, where most of the so-called sperm of the flower is located. Next, you see the carpel, which are divided into three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Here, the stamen enters into the carpel and therefore forms seeds inside. There are many ways that a flower can pollinate itself. 1. The stamen of the flower can pollinate its carpel, and this would be called asexual. Another way is that other flowers can also have their stamen pollinate the carpel of other flowers, therefore mixed breeding. When we cross plants, we can get many different results, 3 ways. The different results occur because each plant has different alleles, and these alleles are expressed differently, all due to the degree of dominance. There are 3 main types of dominance. First, there is the complete dominance. If a red flower and a white flower were to be crossed, the F1 generation would be completely red, meaning that the red flower has the complete dominance over. The second type of dominance is incomplete dominance. This is a phenomenon that does not occur often. However, we try our best to achieve this. An example of incomplete dominance would be when a red flower is mixed with a white flower and the offspring are pink flowers. As you can tell, pink flowers look nothing like their parents, which are red and white. They are a mixture of both. And finally, our last type of dominance is codominance. In this type of dominance, the offspring resemble a mixture of the parents, not necessarily like incomplete dominance. If a white flower were to mix with a red flower, the offspring would be both red and white, not pink. This is considered codominance.
As you can see, the treatment of the plants here at Home Depot is cruel and unusual. Back to you, Jane.
Thank you, Dr. Philpott and Kent. More researchers have found out more cruel information about plant breeding. Not only do scientists use them as sex slaves, they are genetically altered. Certain traits in these innocent plants are targeted to be mass reproduced, and all for human benefits. Pepe has our story. Pepe?
Hi Jane, what you're about to see may be extremely disturbing for some people, but remember, you can only see this on Channel 6 News. I'm currently in the backyard of an unnamed neighbor. They don't know I'm here. Where I have been observing their use of genetically modified plants. As you can tell, these plants have obviously been genetically altered in some way. Take this mango, for example. Notice the size and the shape. Would a mango in the wild look like this? I don't think so. This is acquired through the painful process of taking and inserting genes that humans feel are most beneficial for human consumption. Yes, that may seem painful and excruciatingly difficult, but the scariest part of all, this isn't a mango tree.
Didn't you put that?
It's a banana. Shut up! It's a banana tree. Another great example of humans taking advantages of plants is through landscaping. As you may notice, observe these plants. Notice the red color and their perfection with the size of their petals.
Yes.
Are these what real flowers look like? I don't think so. These look fake.
Oh.
Oh crap.
Mom, the weird guys in our backyard yet.
Run! 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 Get a shot of the plants! Hurry! Run!
Thank you, Pepe. So think twice before you make a purchase at the grocery store or buy flowers, and think about these poor, innocent plants being genetically altered and force bred. We know you have many choices for news. Thank you for choosing Channel 6 Newsline. I'm Jane Doe, and good night.